Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, your functional medicine expert, and there are over 100 million people in this country that are dealing with diabetes and prediabetes. This is an extreme epidemic in our society. Almost a third of the population are dealing with these issues. So what do we have to do? Well, I'm going to give you 5 tools that you can implement today to start figuring out and stabilizing your blood sugar. The first one that we're going to use is going to be a blood sugar monitor. And the blood sugar monitor is not used to determine if you have diabetes, prediabetes, anything along those lines. We go through blood sugar monitors all the time with patients, even teenagers that don't even have anything close to diabetes going on. But we use it to figure out why that blood sugar is going up and why it's going down. We've got to know exactly what foods, how soon before eating, after eating, all of these different scenarios are affecting your blood sugar. So that's one of the first ways that we're able to determine whether somebody can heal from their diabetes or not. What are they doing with their blood sugar? And using that blood sugar monitor is a great way to do that. Number 2 is the exercise piece. And there's specific types of exercise that are going to be better to stabilize blood sugar than others. One of the big ones that we look at, there was a study that was done. They compared doing 7 minutes on a stationary bike, sprint, all out, 7 minutes, 1 time per week, versus 3 cardiovascular events per week, going for an hour-long walk. They tracked their blood sugar throughout the course of that study. The group that did the 7-minute bike sprint once per week had better blood sugar stabilization versus those that were doing the 3 cardiovascular events per week. What does that mean? Well, we've got to have some high intensity activity every week in our lives. That doesn't mean that cardiovascular events or going for walks, things like that aren't helpful, but you've got to have some intensity in there. The other part that we look at is we've got to help the liver. The liver is going to be a huge part. It's a glucose store, so able to kick out glucose into the bloodstream, able to do different things, we've got to make sure that liver is working like it should. Many people that are creeping into the diabetes range have high GGT, which is telling us there's fatty liver going on. We have to do cleanse, we have to do dietary changes, different things that are going to be helpful short term to get that liver working like it should. The 4th thing that we need to look at is decreasing stress and changing the way our minds and our bodies deal with stress. As we've tracked blood sugar so many times with people, if somebody's had a stressful event, the exact same meal could be 20, 30 points higher on their glucose reading than if it's a relaxed time. So we know that every time we have these major stressors, and some people are just continually running this way, it's going to create this bigger glucose response, and that insulin's going to be kicked out more, and we're going to have a lot more inflammation coming from this. The last part is making sure the immune system is working as well as it can, because every time somebody gets a cold, a flu, anything like that, we'll see 20, 30 point higher on the blood sugar. So we've got to be able to stabilize this blood sugar using the immune system. If someone's getting sick 10, 12, 14 times a year, all the time they're getting run down, that immune system's on overload, it's going to continue to cause that blood sugar to go up. Check out our other videos. We've got a lot of education out there. You need to learn what options are out there for you. And what we have are a bunch of great videos. They're easy to understand on our page, so check those out.